Good afternoon. So we're getting together today because we want to talk about how to write a meal paragraph. And I know it sounds funny, but actually it helps us get more information into the writing, which is really what we need. So it's not food, it's actually components to a paragraph. So when we talk about when you write a meal paragraph, you actually want to make sure you have reason and logic. Now if you're mentally thinking with me, I always use reason and logic. I know that you do. But if you don't sit down to think before writing, you typically repeat yourself and go off topic. In other words, if you don't actually sit down and plan out that reason and logic, you'll just not know what to say or definitely not write enough. And I could see that in your first type response to literature, that many of you just didn't really think it through before you started. So as a result, writing meal paragraphs is going to take more planning and time than free writing or writing from only notes, which is why we've spent this time with Sucker in terms of the group activity of going through and annotating the story, and then even when Mrs. Sheehan came in, having a discussion about the story before I begin to write about it. It really does help to hear what other students are thinking. So before you actually write a meal paragraph, you need to make sure that you have adequate and specific examples. And even moving beyond my class, you always want to make sure that you have the article, the graph, the chart, all that kind of information. All of that is important for you. So make sure that you really look through and have that. You also want to make sure that you have specific examples to back up or illustrate your thinking. Where are those quotes? Where are those page numbers? Where's the information? It's nice that you thought it, but where can we find the proof? That's really the heart of the argument. And you want to make sure that your information really is in that correct meal order. So beginning, this is the format for a body paragraph. You have this on the handout that was given in Thursday, October 1st class. The M stands for the main idea, and that's where you talk about your main idea, what it is you're going to prove. The E has two components. It stands for explaining where you go off on your topic and giving the reader more information. And it also stands for examples. And it's really important to know that this is where your paragraph gets that information. It comes down to the crunch. You have to use real examples. So if you're responding to literature, you'll need real quotes and details. If you were doing a formal essay, you'd have to get away with a looser interpretation of the word real. You're really judged on the content of your quotes. The A stands for analysis. That's great, you explained. That's great, you gave me examples. But now you have to analyze. You have to discuss how your example, your quote, backs up your argument. The more you show how you understand your example, the better it is. Feel free to use quotes such as, the author is proving that, or the character is showing. And the L stands so M, main idea, what you're going to talk about in the paragraph. Make sure it provides enough information to specify what you're talking about. The E stands for explain, so you explain that topic, give the reader more information, and then you also give us examples, proof in the text. Find those quotes. So I'm just going to kind of take us back here. It's all about the text. Go back into it, hunt it, find it, get that information. The A stands for the analysis. You have to prove how your argument is backed up through those quotes. So give me those examples and back up your argument. Watch out though, avoid phrases such as, this shows how, or here we see. That's not helping you talking in first person. Let the text do the talking. Lastly, the L stands for link. This means summing up that main idea with connections to the world. And ultimately, it's about proving why is this theme or the idea important to everyone, to people in general. So you have this handout that has the meal outline on it. You had also a template for you to fill in to complete your meal paragraph. Once you're done filling in the template, make sure you type it up and bring it with you to class the next day. Have a great afternoon.